there is a lot more sparse dancing here. There are people sort of clinging to corners of doors, looking at you pass by. The several Aarakocra that land to sort of order food from what seems to be just some. It seems that they're deep frying some kind of pastry. It's hard to tell unless you go up to them. But
Arthur goes up to the bartender and asks,
yeah,
"How much for a drink for me and my buddy here?"
he says, platinum.
How
And
one
Bjorn
platinum?
Mm-hmm.
and put his hand on the bar and go, now, Fred,
Yeah.
we all know that your alcohol is not worth a platinum.
Shit.
Sorry.
How'd you know? Come on.
Sorry?
Damn it. All right. Fine. Here. He sort of just puts 2 drinks down, and then he puts a separate empty mug that says tips on it.
Arthur puts
Bjorn
like
would not
2 silvers on it, on tip jar.
Oh, gee, thanks for the silver. Yeah, he sort of pockets it real quick, but puts the cup back down in the same spot.
And Bjorn is just kind of like he's enjoying this because this is more what he's used to. Rowdy, during the fights. And so he's kind of sit back, looks way more calm than normal. And he's kind of watching Arthur to see if Arthur's one nervous or is tense.
Well, Arthur kind of like kind of looks around to see if there's anything else going on. Arthur looks at Bjorn and is like, "What? You think I'll outdrink you?"
Bjorn just gives this like hearty laugh and is like, "You drink me."
Yes, I think I could outdrink you.
Oh, Arthur, if you can outdrink me, I don't kick your ass. If you lose, I get to punch you in the stomach as hard as possible.
Just promise you won't crack a rib.
I can't promise that.
Close enough. Bart, he then kind of like gulls down his first drink. I guess I broke Constitution save.
Bjorn is going to look at Arthur and say, "Oh, no, we're not drinking from boats." And I'll tap the top of the bar and ask the bartender for 3 casks of his wine. And go, if you can finish all 3 before I do, and you can stay standing, great.
All right. So you see what's happening outside. You see how like everyone's sort of like jubilant and shit. Yeah. So like there's a party going on, and I'm not mandated. Well, I guess it's mandated that I can't charge you for any mug anyone requests. What you're asking for is not a mug. That means I can charge you my rate.
Give you 100 gold.
Out here, yes, sir. Right on it. He runs up to the back and grabs 6 of them because that is what you're asking for.
Oh my gosh. Arthur just looks at Bjorn with a exasperated look. Fine, but if I win, I no longer have to pay for your drinks.
You didn't have to pay for my drinks in the first place.
When we first met, we made a deal.
And you gave me 40 gold.
40 gold.
For a drink. That was on you. Not me.
Details, he says, well,
Details.
you know, you remind me a lot of my brother.
And
He
if
says
you don't
to Bjorn.
remember, Victor, Bjorn drank like 6 casks on his own on the ship before they cut him off.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. But Arthur doesn't.
So, Bjorn is fully ready for this.
Yes.
And as the bartender comes out, is there a look of worry on Arthur's face?
No. It's just one wide grin. Because even if he knows he'll lose, he'll at least know he'll be quite wasted.
Here's your bartender. I'm
Probably
assuming you're
wrong.
here. This place seems empty compared to the rest of the city. Many of the folk, you'd be right in front of the bar patron, I'm assuming. This is his bar right here. Very open bar kind of deal, like open area bar.
So, shall we? So, is the cast coming, or are we just waiting for a while?
No, they come pretty quickly.
Okay, Arthur grabs one of the casts and he's like, ready?
Bjorn just looks at him, looks at the bartender, and goes, "Do you have an empty bucket just in case he decides to puke?"
He sort of just points to the outside. You're fine.
Excuse me, I
Just
gotta
don't-
do something.
Okay. Just don't aim at the fountain, he would point.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know that Arthur has picked this is above table. Arthur has picked a very bad thing to try to challenge Bjorn with.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
we're doing
Bjorn got
speed.
fucked up on 6. Still good.
We're doing speed and amount, aren't we?
It's a mountain. Because Bjorn knows for a fact that if he can get Arthur to drink the full 1 cask, he's probably going to get pretty fucked up.
Maybe.
Arthur is gonna drink the full cask. Constitution save.
Righty. As you all drink from this cask, 1 each, there are 2 left. Make a Constitution save and throw yes.
And Bjorn don't give a fuck.
Yes, like champs, the 2 of you drink it. Bjorn maybe a little faster than Arthur could finish it, but you both look at each other proud to having finished it. And thus, the second one is available. You sort of toss this empty one to the side. The patron, he sort of just rushes over and grabs him, rolls him over to the side, looking at you guys, waiting for one to drop. One of you to drop. But yeah, another Constitution save throw. Whoa. Excellent. Like I even have to say anything, a repeat of last. You throw the casks to the side, and this patron is looking at you. You gave him 100 gold, right, Bjorn?
Yeah.
Okay. He pockets it. Make sure to mark it off. But he does say, I mean, you guys pretty much proved yourselves. You don't need to really finish that one. Maybe take it to go, or finish it later, tomorrow, or you guys drink
Arthur
it?
says, "We aren't proving it to."
Okay.
Come on,
Arthur
big
says.
boy. Finish
more.
your cask.
One more Constitution saving throw.
You won't beat me.
Ah.
Uh,
Arthur
I even know.
drinks it halfway, and he starts burping. He stops himself.
I think people too.
He stops himself, and as the swishing and swashing of the liquid inside of that cask continues, you just start hiccuping, just consistent and it's nonstop. You are now under the first level spell called Hiccup. It does not go away until the gods stop concentrating on it. Sorry.
Now that. but Mike is still standing, right?
Both of you are still standing. The cask that Bjorn has is not finished, but who's gonna drink the backwash, really?
Well, Bjorn's finishing the cask. Because
Okay.
he's proving a point to Arthur.
All right. Make one more Constitution saving throw then.
Arthur challenged him to finish the casks.
Yeah. You could finish it, Arthur, but it'd be a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. And you're hitting Constitution by itself. You probably have bonuses. In fact, I know you have bonuses, which is why I know you didn't barf up earlier. So, remember.
It's up to you, Arthur. Are you finishing the cask? Or does Bjorn
Pushing through the hiccups.
I think
If both of you want to drink, finish the cask is disadvantage right now. You have both proven you can hang with the big boys. Are we gonna do this?
Oh, yeah,
Arthur's
he's
gonna
doing
be
it.
like, I think I have my fill.
Bjorn
Bjorn.
goes, oh, if you stop, I can punch you in the stomach.
That is
Finish your
true.
drink. Go for it.
Okay.
Disadvantage, everybody.
Arthur. Okay,
Bjorn finishes
Arthur.
it.
Okay, Arthur tries
Hit
to
the save.
drink it.
Hit the save. It doesn't matter. You get bonuses that help you out enough. And both of you finish your drinks, and are looking at each other. You will puke the moment you hit a bathroom.
Oh,
But for now,
Arthur-
it stands.
Bjorn just kind of grabs Arthur's shoulder, starts like that, friend that wants to see you puke, where they kind of rock you back and forth. Starts rocking
you
it
have to
real
puke
hard.
too. An 11?
Don't
Jeez.
do He'll puke right on Arthur. He's trying to get Arthur to puke first.
I mean, a fair. Arthur kind of like looks at him before trying to drop. Can I do a strength check to see if I shake him around harder?
No. You're both just equipped enough to handle each other, don't worry. Tough guys between the two of you.
Bjorn will go, should we get more to drink?
I got a bit. Now, call me a man of poor taste. Nah, a bit too under for a person of my,
You want to look at the
okay.
bartender and say, two of your strongest whiskeys.
I think this fits you better. He sort of puts a plate of food down. There's like ham and eggs.
Oh, good man.
Well, by any case, Arthur's gonna start wandering back to that brothel.
You're not gonna eat? There's
Bjorn will
food there.
kind of grab him like, no, okay, don't need.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
you feel like you gotta eat, bro. You might need
Okay.
that meal. It's a pretty good meal. It's delicious. You guys could take a short rest. Effectively, that's what it's had.
That might help. That might help with the alcohol.
course. Not really, but yeah.
Eh.
And you guys are
Well-
buzzed all to hell. Well, you're not drunk, but you're definitely feeling a bit of something.
Arthur looks at Bjorn and he's like, you remind me of my little brother. He is quite. He is quite also a heavy drinker. You would like him.
Oh, we usually for fun.
He's a
Can I
little
make that one
squeamish.
of Bjorn's proficiencies, Kevin?
What?
Alcohol?
No, you cannot make alcohol proficiency.
Yeah,
what you want is poison resistance. That's what you're looking for.
I already have that because of the bear totem.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna rage while drinking, though.
No.
Yeah.
But Bjorn, while he is eating, he's kind of watching to see if, like, people are staring or, wanting to take fights.
Make a perception check. And it's very easy to spot people here. Is very lackluster compared to a lot of places. You start to recognize very familiar folk. Start to sort of take spots about and around you. Some of them you don't really recognize. Others do seem very specifically intrigued with you as they approach slowly, it seems. And eventually, you're clued in pretty quickly that there are several factors around you. There are several folk.
Well, should I?
This individual, he asks, as he sees you all eating, he says, "Hello. Yes. I see friends of the Emperor are here. Or maybe not so much friends, but still acquainted enough that they wish to speak with you. Would you mind?"
You look familiar. Have I met you?
Me personally? No, not me, my friend. Although my friends here can attest to have spotted you. You see, I am personal voice of Emperor Alum. He seems to have been in your good graces at some point and wishes to return the favor. If you're finished with your meals, or after you're done, sort of looking at Bjorn, looking at the plate almost empty, and he's sort of scraping at it. Maybe join us down up over here, and he would call the store the Brass Keys Knot.
The brass
And
keys.
as
What?
Bjorn,
The
you
Brass
said the
Key.
brass key's not?
Yep. The Brass Keys Knot. That is where you'll find us. At your earliest convenience, do not keep him waiting, I suggest.
Bjorn will kind of lick his plate clean,
Mm-hmm.
lean back, and slam it onto the table and go, "And what does he want?"
Oh,
Originally, I believe you, my boy. But his flavor has changed as of recently, not wanting to deal with the Fey folk too much. In any regard, he was specifically hunted that day, and his life in danger. Since you were there to aid, he just wishes to offer thanks.
Arthur says,
Bjorn will
"Hey, if the
definitely
man wants to
stand up.
talk, let him talk."
Bjorn, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
Bjorn will kind of like that frustrated, like my meal was just interrupted and he'll kind of push his knuckles into the table and stand up.
Yep.
And he'll just kind of stare at the people like, okay, make the first move. I dare you.
Yep. This individual, it's an androgynous individual. It's hard to tell exactly what they are. They in fact seem to be made up of liquid, if anything. Their form seems to shift in all manner. Their fingers having changed size 6 times in front of you, as they would give you a bit of flamboyant mannerisms. But either way, they sort of slip away after a moment, not saying or doing anything, having told you where to go. The other 2 seem to linger for a moment, but follow. This one sort of looks at the plate, sniffs at it, but then, yeah, they just follow. Yeah.
Well, either way, Arthur looks at Bjorn. He's like, I got an idea. It might be a stupid idea, but that potion shop that we were there, that was a brothel. I cannot believe it took. It would need guesswork to figure out what I think we should do.
Yeah.
And if we deal with this Emperor first, and then you can go have all the fun with those women as you want.
Oh well, he says, well, sitting up from his table, kind of stumbling a little. Let's meet with this Emperor and end this matter. If he turns out to be hostile, you have my full permission to kill him.
Because I'll clean it too.
Only when he gives us a reason.
And Bjorn hearing that, I'll just be like, oh, hi.
Very good. So,
And he's gonna follow.
Where did they go?
The west.
Oh, they went that direction.
The copper key knot, I think is what it's called.
Yep. The brass keys knot.
Brass key knot.
Yes, as you approach the brass keys knot, the store seems to be empty, just like many of the stores around here. But when you approach near the door, there are slinking folk around, maybe acting very subtle or just maybe keeping a watchful eye in all regard towards this area, having been informed that visitors may approach. This individual backs away the moment you arrive. The creature that spoke to you, they get up, they greet you, they say the Emperor's full title to you, and they ask you to join him. There's some seats that are grabbed. This individual that just grabs them real quick for you to sit in front of the Emperor.
Bjorn will stay standing.
Are these the ones, Carmichael? Yes, my lord. Emperor Alum stands up. He seems to have been fixing some sort of ray gun situation thing, putting away the little screwdriver kind of in his sleeve, and that ray gun, as thin as the muzzle is, has a pretty big back, and he sort of just hangs it on the side with like an invisible robe or something. It's just hanging affixed next to his like waist. What the fuck? I'm bugged out. And it's the music, which is the crazy part. But he does say, you're the ones who were in the underworld, were you not? You, pointing at Bjorn, had my sights on you specifically. I would have regretted to have snuffed out such potential. But it turns out that maybe yes. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. 1 second.
Arthur looks at the Emperor. He's like, "Well, you called for us. So what is it?"
Definitely at this point, Arthur, Bjorn's not saying a word. He's definitely giving the death glare to the Emperor.
Yeah. So he's gonna say, "Oh shit."
Like there's a look in his eye of like, you move once, and I'm gonna cut you from the top of your head down to the base of your asshole.
Okay. He's gonna say, I have heard tale from the grapevine, that is called it, that the heroes of this place, the ones to thank for all this fun being had out here, are you. Is this true?
Depends. Depends on what you do if we answered yes.
Oh, I'd only thank you for making my business all the much easier, my friend. I have many connections in port, and as I am in the transport business, having this place be magically unlocked is definitely a boon. I don't know if you noticed, but there was a bit of a mishap. A massive dragon that erupted from the skies near the Green Mountains. It was a surprise to see our dear warden try to get to it with his limited resources. He asked for my aid, and I offered what I always offer my mercenary group, to keep a watchful eye around the cities, of course. But I do not step over the bounds of the mystical and the magical. That dragon is the Dark Lord Phoenix himself. Such a odd circumstance. The day port is free of its magical tendrils, and the Phoenix Lord himself happens to bump into it. Whoever takes out that dragon will be rich beyond their wildest imaginations with the fleet it brought. Nonetheless, if you did say yes, I would simply offer my services to you. That is all.
Arthur telepathically asked him, do you know my mutual friends?
You're asking Emperor Alum this?
Yes.
You cannot reach him telepathically,
Oh.
it seems.
Arthur says, well, me and my associate here say you're welcome. However, he's a little sore after you and him's last encounter.
I can only imagine. I was but a fool to think I could take advantage of what the offerings of the underworld had. That place, you could find so much cheap, even bodies. And while I try not to delve and delve in such dark magics. I am getting of age. A simulacrum of some sort will be necessary. I was simply looking for an option. I have more today, of course. So,
Arthur,
am I looking at the heroes of Port?
well, you're looking at some of them. I'm not sure where the others went.
I thought as much. You were all branded, at least when I saw you. He points at Arthur. You had wands affixed to your waist, and now no more. The skies here are blue. A bright blue today. Look how beautiful it looks. If you could get past the weird mirror shield effect that sometimes glares back in this city. And it's not hard to spot staring up into the sky in the city. You recognize there's an invisible barrier that can protect it from attacks from overhead. You can imagine. Emperor Alum does say. Anyways, here is my information. At the brass key knot, if ever you wish to go to a realm you have yet to visit, I can make that much more possible, much faster than any of my competitors. If vehicle is your way, perfect. I have many. If portal you prefer, I have a plethora of choices for you to go to.
I may not be interested in some, but I do know someone who might.
Regardless,
Arthur says.
You will find many brass key knots around the cosmos. If you ever want to get back here and you find one over there, simply return home. You have my information. Anyone you show this card to should barely bat an eye towards you. He sort of looks away. Yeah.
Bjorn will kind of cross his arms over his chest, look at Arthur, not say a word, and then look back at the Emperor and go, "You spoke of a dragon, and you were offering payment for, I'm assuming, its death."
Oh, no. I offer nothing. I only speak of the dragon that has invaded this beautiful planet. It's first scourge, to be honest with you. These skies have yet to be invaded by anything for 1,000 years plus, I think. But the Phoenix Lord himself, having breached past some sort of portal and making their way here, is the most ironic circumstance I could think of. This place, basically protected by dragons, and the dragon Scourge himself appears, a devourer of many. His fleet will raise many, he'd probably say, he's many communities in port if not stopped early. I again am bound by certain measures, and I can only protect large cities my folk are found in via the Alliance conscript itself, but that's as much as I would offer this place. They do not pay me enough to do more. Although the Phoenix Keen's loot would be a great grab. I simply do not have enough vessels to make that venture myself here. If I did, it'd be a different story.
Arthur looks at him and he's like, "Well, it is great to speak with you," he says while bringing his hand out.
Having been distracted almost immediately after saying that, he turns around quickly and he says, "Yes, and with you," and he's barely looking your way, and he holds his hand out for you to kiss his rings.
Arthur grabs his ring and kisses one of his rings.
Yeah. And like he just pulls back. Again, he's barely even paying attention to you at this moment.
Bjorn will reach his hand out as to like shake his hand.
Okay.
So Bjorn is going to
he'd already pulled
squeeze a
back.
little harder.
He'd already pulled back, and is very distracted. Do you want to say something to make him put his hand back out?
Bjorn will go, I seem to remember once having feelings wanting to rip you apart. But that's behind me now. And he'll reach his hand out toward the Emperor to take his hand.
He says, "Of course, my friend. I'm glad we could make amends." And he again holds his hand out, having believed you.
And Bjorn is going to not really squeeze hard enough to break it, but squeeze hard enough to let him know that, like, yeah, you fucked up when you tried to buy me.
Yeah. You squeeze, and it's nuts because he's wearing gloves, and you're pushing down on probably like grabbing the fingers, if anything, to maybe squeeze them onto each other. And there's this. It's just a lack of movement to them. It seems to barely phase the Emperor, but he looks towards you as you do it. He says, almost like understanding what you did, but having been unaffected to a degree. Make an insight check.
Both of us?
Just Bjorn. Might be a metal hand. Like you could pretty much figure out that half this guy's body is not
organic.
Yeah. He a cyborg.
A magical wizard cyborg.
No, he's not magical.
Hmm.
Arthur says, well,
Bjorn's gonna walk away and go find somewhere to buy jewelry.
Arthur kind of like goes towards the brothel or the potion shop.
Sure. Of course. Definitely doable.
Where is it?
It's not on this map. I don't have the brothel itself up around. But what do you seek in the potion shop or brothel?
Arthur's just simply gonna go ahead and take up on their offer.
Which offer?
Sleep with a hoe.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not hoes. They are sex workers. They are paid really well, and and they are available for you to pick a couple from. Yes, and as you enter, you are regaled with this dance, this sort of flamenco that occurs. Is a single dancer that seems to sort of dance around and generally grab people to dance on. Seems to be part of this show that you're entering in. You aren't grabbed because you aren't one of the city patrons at the moment. It seems they're indifferent. They grab males as much as females. They how would I say, fan these feather fans around to every one of them, eventually on themselves, on the people. They're being coy, they're being flirty. They eventually jump on one of the tables when they're being aided by who you can tell seems to be one of the girls that work here, that are just mixing in really well in the crowd. And eventually she sort of like does the whole final spin, and she says, welcome to the Cauldron's Brew, where drinks are free today and heroes have saved the day, kind of deal. And eventually the shearing dies down. There's an individual that walks up to you in a very long, tight, red, sparkly dress. They are some sort of a Medusa individual who their hair is sort of tamed back and pulled back. You see eyes every once in a while peek out as if they're curious, but she does say, hi, I'm so sorry. I was very distracted by our new dancer. I didn't know they would be so eclectic, but may I offer you a table? Would you like a seat in the front? Did you want a room in the back? Some company?
Row in the back, some company, please.
No problem. And what's your budget for the day? Are you looking for all day, or you just need an hour or two?
Just an hour or two.
No problem. They talk to you the specifics on that. Fade to black. Give me 20 gold.
20 gold. Right up.
There you go. Done and done.
Like,
You
as Arthur gets led to the back, Bjorn just kind of taps him on the back, like, "All right, have fun," and then he's gonna go find a jewelry shop.
Yeah. You do leave Arthur with a potion of healing. So that's cool at least. But comes to the Cauldron's Brew, where you could get some nookie and healing. Let's go. Anyways, jewelry is accessible in spades here. Are you looking for any type of jewelry that does anything specifically? You could find some that seems to be illusory and can cast different clothing on you. There's some jewelry itself that seems to be like a glow effect, so that you're illuminated during the entire day. There's other ones that emit aroma, and there's these kind of they have just a store. There's just one store selling these, but it just seems to be sunglasses meant to block off the shade, block off the light of that stars emit. Upon more inspection, it seems that they also prevent you from being charmed. So those are nice. Everything is expensive.
Bjorn will kind of look for something that's not magical or anything. It just,
Yeah.
He wants like the big, bulky, like bouncer, like old school bouncer style rings.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if he does get into a fist fight, he's got a little bit more.
Oh, so you're looking for brass knuckles? I'm sorry?
Kind of, yeah. He just wants it, instead of it being.
You want
like brass
bejeweled?
knuckles when he can't. Yeah.
Bejeweled brass knuckles. Hell fucking yeah. You go to a jewelry shop that seems to. Yeah, you'd go to the jewelry shop that's selling you all the aroma type of jewelry. You can tell that like most of the jewelry here has gimmicks, and they're trying to sell a certain gimmick with the jewelry on top of it. So all of these seem to have the scratch and sniff effect, so that if you scratch them, they smell like this one's blueberry, that one's strawberry, oh look, pineapple, and they're just like labeled there next to it. And anyone that has the smell effect is like a little more expensive, not that much more expensive, but like a good 30% extra, you can tell. Either way, the individual, after you asking for this, he sort of first what happens is he puts his hand under the desk, so you only see his left hand as he's sort of showing stuff off. He's being very subtle about it, but it seems that he's like reaching for something, and then he just asks you casually. He says, "Oh yeah, you a cop or something?"
Bjorn kind of looks around and then looks down at his tattooed, literal, like exposed upper torso and goes, "Do I look like a fucking cop?"
Sorry,
The
I left for
individual.
a few minutes.
No problem. The individual responds to you, Bjorn. He says, "I don't know what a cop looks like, but you ain't one, right?" What do you say?
No.
Okay. He sort of looks at you, and he says, "Oh, okay. There's a click of a button. There's a whirring sound that happens, and you see the door sort of like, yeah, there's just this metallic panel that is slowly closing the door to completion, as if no one will be allowed to come in and out, kind of deal." And he gives you a huge smile, and then he pulls out from under the desk just a massive like briefcase looking thing. He opens it up and turns it over to you. All right, so these are the specialized items, my friend. Now, you're looking for like knuckle stuff, yeah. So I have this one right here. This one has a set of jewels, probably not as big as the ones you want, very subtle from where you can recognize. But these have a magical effect. They cast fire, ice, or thunder. There's a question mark in that statement that he is specifically stating, and there's no hiding it. He just hands it to you. He's like, "Yeah, try them out, see if they fit you." This one right here is a little more gaudy. You see one that has like the money sign. It just has a big fat money sign. It looks like, yeah, like a rapper probably have it in like a music video kind of deal. He says, "This one, it's supposed to help you find gold. Never helped me." He sort of just puts it to the side, and then he takes another one, and he says, "Oh, this one's really good. These ones are the pirates use. It looks like a basic bronze knuckles, but it has like a weird X mark on it." And he says, "You could activate some sort of like weapons to come out of it. It's kind of cool." He's just like letting you play around with it.
Bjorn will kind of start putting stuff on and feeling how it feels on his hands.
Yeah.
And he's gonna look at him and go, "And if I want them all?"
I could get you. Yeah. Buy two get one free special. 1,000 gold.
And then Bjorn's gonna kind of look for any type of ring that might fit Lunar.
Okay.
And so he's kind of looking at the case and everything, and he goes, 1,000 gold. You throw. He's looking for like just a plain, like diamond ring or something.
Yeah.
You throw that in.
He does point to literally everything else, and it's like everything else is more expensive than that. Like he pulls out like just like a regular ring with some little studded little small diamond on it, and he says, "This one alone is like 12." Like I don't know. Like, cause look, and he tries to sell you again on it, because he's telling you this one actually smells like raspberry, and I have here this one is strawberry, but then I have a pineapple. The pineapple one is still good. That was the. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, if you want them without smell, you might have to go somewhere off planet, like maybe out of the city. To be honest with you, you probably go check the, I don't know, black market. We usually try to put stuff on our stuff. Is very popular with the people here. They're very selective, he says. I kid you not, the pineapple one sells really well.
Bjorn will kind of stand there for a second, like racking his brain on kind of what he thinks Lunara smells like. And then he'll be like, roses.
Yeah. He goes to try to find one that smells like roses. He eventually would, but it's one that seems to have like diamonds surrounding the entirety of the thing. He's kind of looking at it like, is this good?
Does it look like it would fit Lunara's finger?
Yeah, probably.
He goes, do you want 1,000 for all these ones in the case? And how much for that one?
This one, let me check my books. And it takes him a bit of a while to actually go through the book. He does eventually spot the thing. He says, oh, okay. This one's marked down. Seems at 700 gold at the moment. Okay, that's very interesting. We will offer resize options either way.
And Bjorn will go, I'll give you 1,300 gold for everything in the case, plus that ring.
Doesn't sound like I'm winning there. It's I can do 15.
$1,450.
Drive hard bargain, but I'll take it. Now, does Bjorn actually have this amount?
Bjorn. Hold on, I'm gonna get to my thing.
Yeah. What is Victor doing during this? Oh, forget it. I know exactly what he's doing during this. What are you doing after that, Victor? You going back to the Project 23 or pardon, the Savior?
No, he kind of looks for Bjorn.
Okay.
I have 2,200.
2,200 gold.
Yeah, after the casks, I used 100.
Nice. So you can pay him without using a check. Is what I'm hearing.
You said it was
1450.
What did we say? 1450.
Mm-hmm.
That would leave me with
For a scratch and sniff ring with roses. Smells like earth roses, apparently, because they're discounted. He doesn't even know what earth is. He's just looking at that like, oh, what? Okay.
You got the whole case of questionable rings.
Yeah. Why is this music creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am also kind of curious why the music is creepy.
And Bjorn will hand him over the money for it.
Okay, mark off the 1450. He gives you the stuff. He gives you a card for you to give to whoever if it doesn't fit. And he does literally give you the briefcase in which all three of them were in because they were kind of just fitted for the briefcase itself. You could recognize that these things were not selling at all. So he's very glad to be rid of them. They also might be illegal to own. The way he sort of locked the door and everything, he does open it up after saying, "Thank you for your purchase of 1 ring."
Thank you.
I guess while that's going on, Arthur just managed to get here, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, good."
I'll say you probably beat him in the Savior or something. I don't know. Bjorn, do you do something directly after this? Are you going anywhere
Bjorn will probably
specifically?
meander. Ooh, he wants to try to find a pet shop.
Pet shop. There is a pet vendor. They aren't around at the moment. They're not going to be around the party stuff with their pets. The literal shop is closed, which is unfortunate. Did I send you your bodyguard information, Bjorn? I feel like I left someone out. I don't know who. I'm pretty sure I sent Arthur his companion. Bjorn's bodyguard.
Send it.
I'm sorry?
Did you send it to Ronnie?
Did I send Ronnie's? Probably. I don't know. I sent them to you personally, is the thing. So it'd be in your DMs, most likely. A bodyguard. Bjorn's bodyguard. Either way. You guys would have the opportunity to have a long rest before meeting with them again to pick up your medals. If you even decide to go pick them up, you could ignore that and go do something else.
Oh no,
Really up to
Arthur's
you.
gonna go pick up medals.
Okay, yeah, but that's in 8 hours, so you could take a long rest before that.
Arthur goes and tries looking for Bjorn.
Where's
He's
Bjorn?
basically, yeah, where'd he go?
I don't have the bodyguard to.
Okay, I'll send it. Yeah, I didn't send it. What the fuck? There you go. Maybe I did yours last.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember you sending it out in the group chat.
Oh, I sent them in the
Me
group
and Ronan
chat.
on there.
Yeah, I probably did send everything all at once in there. But, you know, sifting through that shit is going to take mad time. So, fuck that.
Yeah.
So I'll just send you
This is a nightmare.
send you your personal stuff then. Makes the most sense. It's what I should have done in the beginning. Here's Arthur's companion.
So, if it's a goblin, how big of a goblin is this? Like, can it sit on Bjorn's shoulder?
Right, it is gonna act indifferent to you wherever you are, or whatever happens. It's just gonna like sort of live next to you, and anyone attacking you, just if you're hit effectively, they blow up, I think. Let's see. They follow its designated target, which is you, and fight to undeath. This rack of living bones offers advantage on enemy within 5 feet of you, Bjorn. If ever this enemy makes a hit, any enemy that you've taken advantage on, makes a hit on anyone at all, the bones literally break. But that's it. They come back.
And then reconnect as normal.
Yeah, at the start of your turn. They like when you get back your reaction, you get back your batterer. Your little bodyguard guy. Yeah. This way you could possibly avoid using reckless attack if you even need them. You know?
Bjorn will just kind of be walking around.
Yeah.
He really wants to find a fucking pet.
Sorry?
A pet? You have a pet. You have a set of bones just walking next to you for no reason.
Yeah,
probably
he's got
pat
that, but
him
he
like-
wants like
Arthur's looking for Siri.
You gonna train a pet?
Yeah.
Who do you ask to help you find Siri?
Arthur's just gonna use one of those messenger scrolls.
All right, burn it. What do you send?
I sent her like a, hey, I was hoping we could catch up. Meet
I'll
me
make
at
love to
Savior.
you.
No, me and her are just really close friends.
She's married.
That's why I defended her honor. Plus, she's married.
To lead to Ordum. All right. Anyways, you want to catch up?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been gone for a month. At least to him, he was gone for a month.
Okay. But what else are you saying? It might be important.
There are some situations at which involves with our mutual friends. Please burn this message.
I mean, it's just is a telepathic message, so there's no need to burn it. But
Okay.
they get to respond. They're gonna say, "Sorry, I had to cough," and then I had to laugh. Wow, this is what they say. Arthur, hey, bud. Listen, if your ship is working, maybe could I ask you for some help? We're having a bit of trouble up in the Green Mountains. There seems to be some flying scourge portals and the sort. Yeah, we'll catch up later. That's what they say. They were a little out of breath, from what you can tell.
Okay. Arthur's immediately gonna look for Bjorn.
Yeah. Doesn't take you long to spot Bjorn, probably headed towards the Savior. I don't know.
Yeah, Bjorn
Knuckles,
finding
a suitcase in tow. He looks like the hitman with the suitcase from the Diamond District is where he's walking from. And again, the same gimmick exists for any type of thing you're looking for. There are, if you're looking for clothes, it has to have a smell, a lighter feature, or some other that I won't want to talk about until you go there. And that's for everything you try.
Shop?
I mean, listen,
Wait,
that's for everything here. Like you have to go outside of this place to look for mundane shit. Also, they're charging you up the wazoo, obviously.
Yeah, I probably should have gone for 1,000 gold.
Oh, what?
Oh, never mind.
Okay. So yeah, you'd bump into Bjorn momentarily.
Bjorn?
So,
Hey, you remember that dragon theory?
I mean, I guess.
She needs our help to face some spore dragon. Mind helping me dragon hunting?
Bjorn will go, yeah, let me go put this case down.
Okay.
Can Bjorn just
and
throw the rings on?
What?
Can Bjorn just put the rings on and just throw the case away?
Okay, so these rings are very hard to wear together. So you have one of the two knuckles on either hand, if you wish. That is wielding them as a weapon. If you want.
Oh, so that I wouldn't be able to wield my axe.
Not at the same time, though. It'd be too much for you to grab. But
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's just gonna go. He's gonna tell Arthur, "Yeah, I'll help you. You just go put this case
and
away."
before we leave, he heads to the clothing shop.
Oh, we're going to
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
clothing shop. Okay. I brought us to the Project 23 for you to at least put away your crap.
Yeah, Bjorn's gonna put
Also,
away his case.
are you guys gonna? Are you guys good with hit dice, or do you guys want to take it like a short rest, or a long rest or something?
we healed since we fought?
You've had the fight.
That is all?
You returned. It's been hours for you.
Since the fight.
Like
Hours, years for
you guys ended
years
the
for the rest
fight.
of the world.
It was a bit dark. It was literally morning break